What's up, guys? Time to show off a build. Okay, Google, volume down. This one going to my buddy Pat. He had picked out a couple watches that I did before, so I did this one as close as possible to the one that he wanted, including having custom bezels made, because these were a limited production. And the guy I got them from didn't have any more. So, had a minimum order quantity of 100, and they used to be somewhat sloped in, but these ones are flat, where the insert sets. So it took a little while to get this built for him, because I had to have these produced. So we've got a brushed case. We have this knurled bezel with a black compass insert, silver crown. This is an Amphibia Neptune dial in here, which has stock paddle hands on there. And the last one I did had a open-ended, no-loomed silver insert. So went with the stock style red on this, just for a little bit of contrast there. Since this is a non-created dial, this comes on this. If you can find a Neptune build, this is a dial that comes on that. I kept with the what is the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word. I went with that concept. We have a stock Boctok rotor in here. The signature, kind of hard to see, but it's off to the side there. Stainless steel movement holder in there, a Boctok caseback. My new ones that I had made are just no engraving on them. But since we have a stock dial, I thought let's use some stock parts, or some stock aftermarket parts. And then I happen to have one Boctok engraved clasp. So this is on an engineered brushed band. So everything on here is brushed. Brushed case, brushed band, brushed clasp. This is milled crown here. And that is the build. Bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. These are just tension ring bezels. There's no real actual top direction other than if you want to consider loom pip at top. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it. You can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads, and so you can wind it. A wind is turned that way. Turning it back towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do this for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. This was a stock 960 case, which has like an 18 millimeter lugs on it. It's a polished bezel, has a 24-hour-esque bezel insert. So this has been transplanted into a 350 with an aftermarket bezel. Stock Boctok caseback. So just for reference on that. When you're happy with your winding, you'll pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. Now you'll notice that there is only 2 positions, your wind position and your time setting position. There's not anything for your date window. So how can you advance that date window? Well, not easily, that's for sure. What is it? It's like the 14th of the month. So what you can do is you can advance it to midnight. You'll notice it will go forward. Now if you go back, you'll see it starting to move back a little bit, and then it kicks back over. You saw it go this way and then kick back. You want to make sure you pass that kickback. So I just kind of go from 8 to 12. And then you can advance. And then if you ever do this and you notice that it clicked but it didn't change the date, Don't do an 8 to 12 again. Do a full 24-hour. Because in my experience, the few times that we've tried it again, not only did it not advance the second time, but then it was kind of locked in that, and we had to take the date wheel completely off and reset it. So advancing it doesn't take too long once you know what you're doing. But that's how you do it. Okay, Google, what's today's date?
It's Monday, August 14th, 2023.
All right. So we'll get it to the proper date. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 7:38 p.m.
When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and wind it down. That's your build, Pat. Came out pretty awesome. It's a nice, cool little textured dial in black. Neptune 31 jewel. That's just your reference on your 2416B movement. And that, sir, is your build. As with every build, they're going to come with matching beads. We threw in some red there to kind of highlight that a little bit with that red seconds hand. And then you will get one of my vintage slider boxes. I used to do a lot more Vostok, Boctok mods before I got into actual custom dials and lots of custom work on them. So my originals have the Boctok logo on them, and they were slider boxes. And then I went back and sanded the heck out of these things because they would get nice and tight, and you could not open these damn things. So it's a little bit loose, but it's only in there for a moment. And it looks like it can move all over the damn place. The thing is I didn't trim, I didn't trim this. I did the trimming on the top and the bottom. You can probably see right there where I went down. But these would get so tight on the height, not the width. So I did not cut that. There's no reason to cut those down. It was just the height of it going in there. It was getting caught. So come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. This watch as a whole, non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue. And you also have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's for your acrylic glass because you can't scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Just put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, hazing it, filling it, buff it out, and that's it. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.